Wake up with us, it's time to rise and shine. Morning mayhem's on the air, we're feeling fine. We got a Marco, Tolman, and Mama Manning too. Bringing you the latest, there's nothing we can't do. Morning mayhem, it's a wild ride. Sports news and the daily updates, we're on your side. Special guests and interviews galore. We're taking over Woodland Regional, we're knocking down the door.
Good morning, Woodland. And instead of singing the intro, I should have been checking to see what the slideshow is saying. It's December. It is December 11th, and it's a rainy December 11th. Good morning to everyone out there trying to navigate through that. And it's only going to get worse today, from what I hear.
Anniversary of
My wife, it is her birthday.
Yes, Sandy Hook.
Oh, Sandy Hook, too.
12 years.
Wow. It's been that long already.
Yeah.
So on that note, it is a rainy day. Although on the highway, I don't know if you've been saying, I don't know if they're using reflection stuff in the paint at all. You can't
Doing
really
a lot
see
of
the
work on Route 8.
They are, but you can't see the line when it rains.
Oh, there
you
aren't any
can't
lines.
see the lines
Yeah.
at all on the
Yeah.
highway. So coming in the morning, it's kind of hard to see. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
no, that's what I was noticing. I don't know. And the lane detection keeps seeing people's like their tire tracks as the road. So it's trying to correct me. I have to turn it off because it keeps seeing
That's not
something that's not really the lines on the side of the road.
It was wet.
It is. And I think it's only going to get wetter. I think
windier.
tonight, it's supposed to get super windy. So there's a couple things I want to
Bunch of schools with early
strap down
dismissals already.
the gazebo. What's that?
There's schools with early dismissals already.
There are schools with early
Yeah.
dismissals, but those are to the, if you're facing the map, I guess, to the left of us, to the west.
Ah,
To the west.
the
So
east-
there, it's
the
going to get hit
eastern
with them
part-
first.
The eastern part's going to be worse.
Shoreline is.
Yeah, but it's
gonna be bad.
later.
It's at the time the school dismissal happens.
Thunderstorm.
Where's it moving in from?
It's moving in from through New York.
Right. So wouldn't the west schools be
No,
going
but-
first?
But it's getting hit now, so by the time the east gets hit, it's going to be dismissal time. It's a fast-moving storm.
Gotcha. Well, on mine in Ansonia, it says the wind isn't going to kick up until like 4. Like it's going to be 30 all day, like regular wind, and then the gusts don't start until later this afternoon. I don't know.
I was.
I don't know. I'm
seeing
just
2
looking
o'clock, so
online. That's what I'm just saying. I don't know. They could be wrong. They could be
It's
right.
all guesswork in a white coat.
It really is. I just don't want to see things being flung all over the yard, especially like one year when we had wind gusts, the neighbor's trampoline
Oh.
came flying into our yard.
So you
It
got
was
a new
like,
trampoline?
Yeah, well, it came over and then I strapped it down in our yard so it wouldn't take off, so it wouldn't land in the swimming pool. And then we brought it back over after the storm. So, yeah, so some of these storms can be pretty devastating that way. But it's middle of the week, and we have some things to take a look at, like the pom-pom poll of the week, which is hot cocoa, marshmallows, or if you like that hot chocolate with whipped cream. So go to the Media Center and take that poll. Today's historical event, way back in 1936, King Edward VIII.
Abdicated.
Yes, he abdicated.
After marrying the thrice divorced.
Yes.
Wallace Simpson.
Yeah, an American
Yes.
divorcee. Yes, because
Well,
he said it was
divorcee ruined the
impossible
whole thing.
to carry the heavy burden of responsibility. What to help and support the woman I love. So, love knows no bounds,
Especially when it's your wife's birthday.
especially when it's your wife's birthday. That is correct.
And you got the gift. Everything's good.
Everything's good.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
God.
We're gonna brave the weather, go out to eat, probably Olive Garden. I don't know, Bed Bath & Beyond.
Her
I don't know if
choice.
there's enough
Ooh.
time.
Crazy night.
Yeah,
Oh,
crazy. night.
enough. We don't need any more details.
No, I was
You,
gonna
you
say
had
movie.
me at never-ending bread bowl.
Today's birthday, Haley Steinfeld, the American actress and singer, was born. She gained widespread acclaim for an Oscar-nominated role in True Grit at just 14 years old and starred in Pitch Perfect 2 as well. Yes.
You know who the boyfriend is?
And you know what?
They're
I don't
engaged.
keep track of a lot of that
NFL
stuff.
quarterback. Bills.
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
I
They're
did not
engaged.
know that. I
To
did
who?
not know that.
Oh my God. Are you
Yeah,
listening?
Are you listening? Or are you just
Come
looking up
on.
news?
I'm checking the news.
Haley Steinfeld.
I'm looking for real news, the hard-hitting stuff.
All right, you want real hard-hitting news? Today's International Mountain Day.
Oh yeah.
Proclaimed by the United Nations in 2003, December 11th highlights the importance of sustainable mountain development and preservation. Mountains are home to a significant portion of the world's biodiversity and freshwater resources. And this day raises awareness of their role in the global ecosystem. Congratulations, mountains. It's your day. Let's see. Did you know that the red and white suit of Santa Claus was popularized in large part to Coca-Cola's Christmas advertising campaign in the 1930s? And that's how he came to be really associated with all the and the artwork that came out through that campaign. So soda changing tradition in history. It was part of it,
He
but
was
it became
already wearing red.
not the bright red that we see.
He
It was more of a
was, he
darker red.
was.
It wasn't the bright red. It was more of a burgundy, if you will. Today, Manhattanville University is coming in at 11 a.m. Hopefully, they make it in through the weather. National Honor Society has their meeting today, right after school at 1:50 in the Media Center. Tomorrow, the Fine Arts Department has their Fine Arts Night. The art viewing will be at 5:30, and then the choir and the band will be playing at 6:30. I don't know if we have anybody that can give some more information on that. We'll see if we can find someone to
Yeah,
help
we
us
need
out with
Mr.
that.
Youngs this morning.
Dancing in the Woods will be coming up in January 11th. Yes, we got some time for that. There's tickets that are going to be going on sale for that. And don't forget to charge your Chromebooks every day and listen to us every morning at 7 a.m. or thereabouts. Time now for the news with Tomlin.
And now, with the latest headlines, over to the news desk with Tomlin.
Morning, a couple top stories to start your day. First off, Israel has carried out a wave of heavy airstrikes across Syria as its troops advance deeper into the country, a Syrian opposition war monitor said Tuesday. And the Israeli defense minister announced that his forces had destroyed Syria's navy. Israel acknowledged pushing into a buffer zone inside Syria following the overthrow of President Bashar al-Assad, but it remains unclear if Israeli soldiers had gone beyond that area, which was established more than 50 years ago. Israel denied that it was advancing on the Syrian capital of Damascus. Federal judge in Texas rejected the auction sale of Alex Jones' InfoWars to The Onion, criticizing
Yeah,
the
I
bidding
saw
for
it.
the conspiracy theory platform as flawed, as well as how much money families of the 2012 Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting stood to receive.
But I thought the families were part of what they were, the buyout.
They are.
So how would they lose money if they were going to be part of, I don't know, whatever.
The decision late Tuesday night is a victory for Jones, whose InfoWars site was put up for sale as part of his bankruptcy case in the wake of the nearly $1.5 billion that courts had ordered him to pay over falsely calling one of the deadliest school shootings in U.S. history a hoax. Families of the Sandy Hook victims had backed the Onion's bid.
Yeah.
The man charged with murdering or the killing of the CEO of United Healthcare made it clear he wasn't going to make things easy on authorities, shouting unintelligibly and writhing in the grips of sheriff's deputies as he was led into court and then objecting to being brought to New York to face trial.
It's a good day. Like, this is some news going on here.
Here's your happy news story. A Ukrainian man who embarked on a perilous journey fleeing his war-torn country into neighboring Romania was rescued from a deep mountain ravine in sub-zero temperatures with an unlikely companion, his kitten Peach.
Aw.
Oh, Princess
Ah.
Peach.
More than a dozen rescuers worked in a harsh blizzard to save Vladislav Duda, 28, who was found soaked and frozen. And the quote is, "Peach kept my heart warm the whole time."
Oh, what a heartwarming
The
story.
cat was warm and is warming him, so he saved his life. The only thing we saw he is carrying around is the cat under his shirt next to his chest.
Wow. That's the way to end it. You
There you go.
saved it.
See?
You saved the
See?
news.
See?
Did, I'm glad.
did.
I brought you some happiness today.
Single-handedly saved the news this morning. And that's the news with Tomlin. Over to the sports desk with Mama
Here's
Manning.
a shot at the buzzer.
Strike three call. What a catch. Touchdown. Time now for sports with Mama Manning.
Good morning. Good morning. No new sports today.
Nothing new?
Nothing new.
How'd the scrimmages go?
Haven't seen any reports. Haven't seen any students yet.
All right.
Next scrimmages are at Thursday, so we'll see if those are still on the schedule. We have UConn on Saturday for the men, and the women play Thursday against Notre Dame.
All right.
And who do your Giants have?
Wow.
Wow, that hit me hard.
Just
The
after you saved
Baltimore
the
Ravens.
news, then you went that way. That was harsh.
Yeah, that hurt a lot.
Just
And he's
asking.
smiling, and he's smiling.
Just asking.
Moving on.
And that's sports with Mama Manning. Our guests this morning are from the Fine Arts Department, and I believe all award winners.
Yay!
Oh, that's good.
There you go.
So, if you just introduce yourselves, go around the horn.
My name is Isabella Peralta, and I'm a junior.
I'm Blake Blasky. I'm also a junior.
I'm Irina Regali. I'm a junior.
I'm Noah Pravidi. I'm a senior.
I'm Mr. Youngs and I teach them.
Well done, sir. Well
Thank you.
done, sir. Now, what is the program that has given you this recognition? Could you give us a little background on what it is?
So there's a program that the state set up called the Connecticut Music Educators Association. And it's basically a way to see the different talent of the different schools that we have. So they set up different competitions where the students have to audition, and if they score high enough, they make it into certain region ensembles. So we happen to be in the southern region, so we're paired with schools like WAMS and Guilford, and it goes all the way down to Milford. It's a pretty big region, and they compete. They have to learn a solo, do scales. They have to sight read. It's pretty intensive, but at the end of the day, you know, they get to be in a pretty high-powered ensemble, and then after that, they get to audition for all states. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, what were the pieces that you were selecting? How did you go about selecting what you were going to use for your audition or your nomination, your submission?
The CMEA gives them a solo that they have to prepare.
Oh, okay.
And then it's except for the vocalist, they kind of get to choose between a classical Italian aria and then like a folksy like modern English one. So they have a little bit more leeway than the instrumentalists, but everyone did a really good job this year of preparing. So I was really happy with them.
So, what are some of the skill-based stuff that we use to make sure that we're getting in stride for some of the techniques?
I think a big thing this year, especially, has been sight reading. That's usually one that people just give up on. It was really bad a couple of years ago where all the singers just sang everything on one note, but got the right rhythm. And they said, we're not going to accept your scores. So they have to actually learn how to do it. So it's something that we do in choir almost like I'd say every other day, if not, every Friday. And band does it every Friday. So it's just a skill that I wanted to make sure they all had because it just bumps up their score that little bit more. Yeah.
Now, my own daughter was in CMEA for middle school and high school, and I know the hours and hours she put in for practicing her instruments, piano, oboe, and then singing. So tell us about your practice, what you do, what you play, what you do.
We had the practice room. So every study hall, I'd kind of come in and just practice and hammer away at what I needed to know.
Playing what instrument?
The clarinet.
Clarinet.
I did not take a very good approach to this
Well, I
because
appreciate the honesty. Okay.
because the audition was Saturday and I came in after school on Tuesday asking for his help because
Solid.
I forgot about it. I'll be completely honest. I was not supposed to audition. But
I guess you're a quick study.
Arena got very fortunate this year. She actually knew the piece on the piano already.
Oh,
So just
very
because Arena
good.
plays mallet, she just has to transfer it over. And that was actually a really fun day for us because like I got to see that I've had her since she was a freshman and just the growth she's had in these couple of years has been astounding. So that was awesome.
I did my best to try and practice at home. That only ever happened like once or twice. I would come in on my occasional study hall, maybe a lunch, or just if we weren't doing something in band, I'd go to the practice room. And I probably took like 2 weeks to do it. Not long enough, but I mean, like we're here now. So
What instrument?
I played trombone.
Trombone.
I'm also not allowed to hear Blake. That's one of our rules because it's the Youngs effect where if I'm near Blake, he just plays horribly and he's like, I can't do this today. So I get sent away. And then you had a similar thing too where
yeah, so I just listen. So I'm a parrot. So like if I hear someone sing, I can copy it. But if they say like sing from this note, I can't really do that. So I would like just watch the video over and over again and then just copy the person who was singing in the video. And I just kind of got the vocal technique on that. I only went to Young's, I think like once or twice with that, and he helped me fix some things and stuff.
So you're preparing for a performance. And what's the date and what's the location?
so this year we got lucky. It's at Naugatuck High.
Oh,
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, usually it's in Meriden, so this year it's really, really
Yes.
close to us. But it's the 17th and 18th of January. So they have one day to rehearse, and that's the 17th, and then they basically perform the next day. So it'll be split into two different concerts, one for the jazz band and the vocalist, and then one for a concert band and orchestra. So
And states. Tell us about states.
yeah, states coming up in February. They all have to learn new solos. They all have to
Mhm.
learn new scales. It's a whole different beast. I know Blake has done it once, and I know he's very adamant he wants to make it again this year. So it's just the preparation. That's all it is. And if we know the pieces beforehand, so if they need them, I can give them to them. And this year, what CMEA did, because they realized that it's really hard to pay for music every year, they made everything free online.
Oh, all right.
Yes.
Wow.
And so they're not requiring that anymore, which is really nice because it means that anybody with any financial hardships is going to be able to do these auditions. So it's a huge asset to the entire state.
Fantastic.
And so,
Wow.
what got you into your particular instrument, or your decision to play or to sing, what you were going for? What was your entry point?
I chose clarinet because it was the easiest for me to play from recorder, way back from third grade, pretty much.
Mhm.
Oh, all right.
I chose mouse because there is no piano in band. And I chose the next best instrument that looks like a piano. So that's
I like it.
Yeah.
I started with trombone in like 5th grade because I had a whole bunch of friends that did it, and everyone's been slowly dropping it. And it's just so far apart from learning anything else. I kind of stuck with it so I don't fall off that cliff, and I'm still here. So
I just like to sing, and after doing the musical, it was recommended for me to go to chorus, and I was gonna do it. So
Excellent.
Are you folks performing Thursday night for the
Just
Fine
gonna
Arts
ask that
night?
same question. Yeah,
Feel
yeah,
like-
yeah.
Anybody performing Thursday night?
All of us.
We all are.
unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, we're dropping like flies. There's a lot of sickness going around. So
Oh, yeah.
a lot of
Yeah.
fingers crossed right now.
And what are some of the songs you're preparing?
For choir, we've done a lot of themed music in the past, and we kind of didn't jive with that this year. So we just wanted to play good music. So choir's doing what's nice. We're doing our first a cappella piece, so there's no
Wow.
backing track, which is really, really nice. And even some of our other songs, it's 4-part harmony, which we haven't really touched. The choir has grown exponentially over the last 3 years, which is exciting.
Challenging. Very good.
Band, again, unintentionally, but we're doing a lot of not Christmas carols, but just carols in general from different regions of the world. So we have Ukrainian and Basque and German and Canadian. Like it just happened that way. But it's been really nice for band because we're now only one class period, not two. So we get to, anytime we have a problem, we can rehearse it right then and not have to
With
wait.
everybody.
Yeah, it's been really good. So I'm excited. But yeah, so Winter Fine Arts Night, 5:30 is the art viewing. You have about an hour to do that, and then the ensembles will start at 6:30. We'll be out of here by like 7:15.
All right. Well, if you're looking to hear what the Woodland Band and Choir sound like, come on out. Is that tomorrow already?
That's tomorrow,
That's
yes.
tomorrow,
Yes.
6:30. So thank you all for coming in and giving us a little more insight to what you've been doing. And on behalf of the show, don't forget, she's Mama Manning. He's Tomlin. I'm Amato. Good morning, Woodland.
It's a wild ride. Sports news and the daily updates, we're on your side. Special guests and interviews galore. We're taking over Woodland Regional. We're knocking down the door.
Every morning at 7 a.m.
Check us out on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram too. We're streaming on Spotify. We're reaching out to you. Join the Morning Mayhem crew.
Knocking down the door.
Wake up with us. It's time to rise and shine.